before we started. But I've got him on my computer now, so I know what we're drawing. We're going to turn the paper this way. And both Echo and Katydid have joined us today. I don't know how long Echo will hang out with us. He was napping in bed, but they're both here for the start of this. Here, Katydid, let me move the chair out for you so you can actually come up on the table if you wish. There you go. Alrighty, now we should actually start drawing Theodore. Alright, he's got his head here. He's laying on his side. So he's got his spine here. This tail curling. Hello, Katydid. You gonna take a drink from my water? And then back leg there with a paw, another paw there. Front arm like that. Oh, she is gonna take a drink. Hydration. And the other arm is over here. Alrighty. So now we've got the basic skeleton for Theodore, and his head is in a profile view. So we're going to get a profile cat head drawn here. Please don't hit me with your tail, little lady. That's kind of rude. Like that. Oh, she just landed on her plate. I thought she had, like, broken something. Oh, Katydid. Nose. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Whoever that was. And we can just barely see the other side of his snoot there. All right, so there we go. Now let's, his other ear we can only just see a little bit of. Oh, now she's destroying things in the living room. Feel like that might be too long. Feel like the nose might need to actually be here. We might need to, yeah, she's in. Do you have zoomies, little lady? Oh, she says I have to destroy. I think she's in destruction of the cardboard box mode. Thank you. All right, let me look at his eyeball here. Do I want it up that high? It is under that ear. I feel like I need it lower. I haven't drawn yet a cat with a profile view head yet in this series. So this will be an interesting challenge for us today. All right. Thank you. Lots of practice throughout my years of living. And hello, Kelvin. Okay, there we go, there's that. There, I like that better. Hello, Teresa. I feel like I've drawn a cat named Bowie. Are you the one who's owns Bowie, the cat that has the... Thank you, Penny. With two eyes? Teresa, do you have a cat named Bowie? I've drawn a cat named Bowie in this series. He had two different colored eyes. Okay. Ah, so yeah, he was one of the first cats I did. Okay. So I'm just kind of... Oh, your cat's name is Shadows? Is it an all black cat? So now I'm just kind of trying to get his anatomy all in the right spot. I love cats as well. They are my favorite to live with and to draw. Ooh, my stomach is gurgling. Not sure if you guys can hear my stomach gurgling. Not sure if my lunch is agreeing with my stomach. All right, and his tail kind of blocks this here. My name is Sam. Thank you, Manifest Magic. That's kind of short. His leg will need to be longer. But I kind of want to go back and fix the face. I still feel like the snoot is too long. I do like this ear here, though. So I'm going to go ahead and give this ear a trace. This ear is a keeper. Like that. No, Teresa, I'm not going to do that. I get here enough of that from my students. I do not need to have that in my life during the summer. That was one of the nice things about being on summer break, is I don't have to deal with that. I mean, if she becomes a pest, then yes. I have never banned anybody. My name, Marino? No, my name is not Marino. And the cat's name is Theodore. My name is Sam. And the reason that my name is Sam Mindy is because when I first started making videos, many years ago, I had a cat named Mindy. And so I'm Sam, she was Mindy. Together we were some Mindy. All right, I like that snoot better now. We're playing risky games, going in with just pen. But that is a much better... I can draw people, Teresa. I'm not as good at it as drawing animals. And part of it's because I don't enjoy drawing people. So I don't really put much effort into it as much as doing a cat. Yeah, that snoot was too long. That was more like a dog snoot that we had. Muzzle. Yeah, I just answered that. I can draw people. I just don't enjoy it. And I don't do it very often because I don't enjoy it. I much prefer to just draw animals. All right. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're going to... feel like I made that arm too long. So we're going to cap the paw here. Like that. Yeah. That's much better. And this doesn't need to be as big. Just that. Like that. There we go. Oh, nice. What does your friend teach? Like, what subject do they teach? Let's see, let me get out my white eraser. I'm going to give this back end a bit of an erase as well as these things we didn't keep here. I won't see my students until mid-August, but I'm sure once they realize I've been making videos, they're going to come back and watch. But yes, I will tell them that you said hello. Right now, I'm on summer break. I'm going to just give a gentle erase so we still have some remnants of the back end. He's like too fat. Theodore, just so you know, This is Theodore. Looks like he's in a bathtub. But I don't know if I'm going to draw him in a bathtub setting. I think I kind of want his back end back here. Like that. Ice in milk, asks the sticker. No. I shouldn't need to put ice in my milk. If your milk needs ice, that means it is warm. And I don't know if it's safe to drink. And you're not supposed to... I mean, I know people drink like warm milk for sleep, but I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it does stick out like this. There's another paw here. All right, do we like that back end? That paw still looks really awkward, even though that is what his paw is doing in the picture. I'm not capturing it right. I wonder if I need to have it be more like that. No, that's not correct either. Ooh, this pose is challenging me today. I end up modifying Theodore's pose a little bit. Take some artistic license here. And then his tail is here. Okay. Whew, let's finish our trace. And then we will begin testing colors. He's looks like a dark gray and white cat. So, and I am using a Sharpie pen for tracing. And I'll be using Tombow dual brush markers like usual for my pointillism dots. Okay, there we go. There's that paw. There's that paw. Hello, Zari. And then that's the way his belly curves. Okay, that is quite different from my original sketch, but it looks much better. Okay, let me put these things back. Give this back in another erase. We don't want any graphite trapped under the ink of the markers. There we go. Whoa, he just took off when I went to brush away that bit. Okay. His eyes are the usual cat green, so let me grab my cat eye color. It's that. And then we're gonna need both of these pinks for ear and mouth. And then we're going to need, where is my, here it is. Forgot I had all my blacks and grays in the basket beside me for another cat I'm working on. There we go. Thank you for the hearts. All right, we need a bit of this pink by his mouth here. Just a titch under his mouth. Okay. Can you put blue? Maybe. I mean, I kind of already chose his background colors because that's what the Theodore's owner likes. Is greens and purples, so that's why all of her cats have greens and different greens and purples in the background. But when I do Flanoy with his taco truck, there will be plenty of blues because his taco truck is blue. There's that. Join back once you're done. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but welcome. Okay, now we need to choose our grays. Do we want to go 45 or 35? Let's grab a test paper here. Hello, I do not know how to pronounce your name. GFYDY. I don't know what to say for your name. Okay, that's 45, which does look like the picture. And that's 35. That is too dark. Hi, Ivan. So we're going to go with 45. So you guys just saw the brush end, but I tend to use this end. Alrighty. So, he has dark gray around the rim of his ear. Here. This ear, we're seeing the back of it. So we're going to do that. A butterfly. Oh, maybe I could put a blue butterfly here. That's actually a really good idea. I like that idea because then that would still kind of go with the whimsical colors in the background I have. I'm going to have to sketch that in just a moment. I was going to grab, this is 45. I do need 35 for his nose. His nose is still gray, but a titch darker. There we go. Oh my gosh, all these things suddenly opened up on my computer. I don't want any of you. Go away. I'm just typing in a note real quick. Butterfly on cat's nose. Because otherwise I'm worried I'll forget. Okay. That is a cute idea. Just like, kind of like we added frogs on the bandana of the other cat. All right. His snoot is gray. And then it kind of makes a diamond-y shape right here. And then he has a little bit right there. And then it comes up like that. Yes. And then it comes under his eye, but a little farther back. And it curves kind of down like this. Yes, and that one is actually in my box. I still need to finish Zelda from yesterday, if anybody was here yesterday. So if we have time, we'll work on Zelda's background today. I worked on it while my lunch was cooking and I was eating. I was in more of a crochet mood today. So I didn't draw in my recliner at all while I was watching TV. I just focused on, I wanted to finish making my set of sushi rolls. So that's what I was working on, was the sushi rolls. And then like that. So right now I'm mapping out where I'm going to be doing all the gray in here. Just trying to get his pattern correct. Like that. Like that. I don't know if I'll put flowers in the background of this one, but the next one of her cats, Maggie, is standing up on her back leg, so maybe I'll have flowers around her. That would be kind of cool. I think I might do a butterfly for Theodore and flowers for Maggie. I don't want to do too much in the background for all these different cats, simply because I want the focus to be on the cat themselves with just little additives for their settings. But I like the idea of doing flowers with Maggie. I think Maggie's the name of the next cat. And then I'm going to have a taco truck with Flanoy, a pineapple with McQueen. I know they're next on my list. I might put a ham next to cheddar, because I know he really likes ham. So now becomes the process of filling it in. And I know at 6 o'clock, I always say I have to, 6 o'clock my time, which is in 41 minutes. I have to leave because I have to give Katie her medicine and her food. I also have a professional development on Zoom I need to head to at 6 o'clock. So I cannot stay late today. Oh, welcome back. We have mapped out, while you were gone, Theodore's pattern, and now we are going to be filling it in. Oh, welcome back, Ellie. And then after we get his pattern, oh, Echo is back. Oh, big stretch. You want to say hello, mister? Oh, he head-butted you and rubbed on you. Katyd is she on the couch? No. Where's your sister? He says, I'm not babysitting right now. Funny, what time is it where you're at? Right, for me it is 5:21 p.m. What time is it for you? Oh, mine is, I think it's called Breathe. No, it's not Breathe. Is it Breathe? It's about creating a more calm environment for classroom management or something like that. I don't know. I saw it and on a whim I decided to check it out. It's probably going to be a lot of rehashing of an old flavor of the month. Those things tend to get recycled. We'll see. Wow, it's really middle of the night for you, Zari. I would be asleep. If I woke up at 121 is actually a lucky number for me. That's interesting. Oh, welcome back, Kelvin. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't get to sleep, I usually turn on a Dateline 2020 forensic file, whatever murder mystery, and turn the volume nearly completely off and just kind of lay there and watch well, I won't watch the show. I watch mostly the blue lights flickering on my ceiling. Thank you. Oh, hello, Echo. Yes, I had to pause real quick to scratch his ear. Should we give Echo a snack? Oh, that made him pause. Hold on, let's pause real quick. Echo, do you want a snack? Should I open the cookie jar? That might get Katyd to come to. Oh, I heard her bell. They haven't had their snack yet for today. All right, here's a stick. Gotta take it before your sister gets here. I hear Katyd, but I think she might be stuck in a spin cycle. Katyd! She's just making circles. Katyd! If I snap, she can get out of her spin cycle and follow the sound. All right, here's your cookie. You get blueberry apple today. Oh, Echo, are you going to eat some of her cookie? You don't like cookies. They're actually dog biscuits from a local bakery that sells at the farmer's market I sell at. And I discovered Katyd likes them. She likes the carrot cheddar and the blueberry apple. Little biscuits. We call her Cookie Times. For mine, it's the snack. The word snack doesn't really mean much to them. But the sound of the cookie jar clicking open will bring Echo running and set Katyd in circles. And I often, like you heard me snap my fingers to get her out of her. Otherwise, she's just stuck spinning and spinning and spinning until she, like, passes out and vomits. She's so dizzy. But I've discovered if I snap my fingers, it gives her something to focus on. And she follows the sound because she's blind, you know, so she can't see me holding the cookie. So whenever my mom comes over to, like, feed them or to just visit, she'll hold out a snack and be like, here, Katyd. And Katyd just sits there blankly staring because she can't see it. And she's like, oh, I always forget. You can't see what's in my fingers. You have to, like, boop her nose with the snack. Bring it right up to her sniffer. And if she puts it on the floor, I'll tap the floor to let her know where it's at. So now they've had a snack. That'll satisfy him. We probably won't see Echo again. He probably won't come back until his alarm plays. It used to be Mambo Number 5 was their meal song, but I kind of got tired of that. So it took me a few weeks, but I've got them transitioned now that when they hear the song Hallelujah, the Pentatonics version play on my phone. That song plays with the alarm. And they will run to the kitchen when they hear... Yeah. Bogart knew some sign language when I had Bogart. He was a brown tabby like Echo, but he was more brown with more like grill mark stripes. Echo has a lot of black stripes. He's more black than brown, and he's more of a tan. Thank you. I wish I could say your name, but I'm not really sure what to say. I'll just call you the G. But Bogart knew, no, not yours, good boy, no bite, I love you. I mean, they both knew the word eat, but that was something I more assigned to Sammy. I haven't done sign language with these two because Katie's blind. She can't see it. But it got to a point where I didn't vocalize much with Bogart and Sammy. One time, Bogart was stealing something. Oh, no, Sammy was actually stealing something. And so one of them was stealing something. And so I signed not yours. And the wrong cat flinched and backed off. Yeah, I think it was Sammy stealing something from Bogart. So usually Bogart got the sign not yours because he was trying to steal Sammy's stuff. But this time it was the opposite. And Sammy's like, whatever, I want it. And Bogart flinched away like, I'm sorry, I thought it was mine. I'm like, no, Bogart, it is yours. But yeah, next time if I have a pair of seeing cats, then I will do more sign language with them. With Katie, it's more different audio cues. She might meander about now for a while. Now that she's had something to eat, she's going to hope for more. She's walking around the kitchen. I can hear her. Oh, there she is. She's scoping out for more, if there's any tidbits of snacks that are laying about on the floor, sniffing the floor. Oh, she found one. Are you not going to eat it? Yeah, that was from yesterday's cookie. You just left it on the floor. We've had this batch of cookies for a while, so they actually probably are a bit stale. I do need to get more at the farmer's market this week. If my parents will, excuse me, sorry, sit at my stall for a minute, because the bakery stall is at the complete opposite end of the park. I can jog over there. I think you get like 20 little cookies for $5 was what it was last year. So I usually pack the cookie jar and then fill it up. So we did at the end of last summer. I took both cookie jars to the farmer's market and made sure they were both completely stuffed full so we had cookies to last the winter. I mean, I believe that. I'm not an expert on frogs. I do know quite a bit about leopard geckos because that's what we have in my classroom at school. Her name is Aspen. She is all pink. She's a Diablo Blanco morph. Once I get done with this base layer of dark gray, we'll go back and add some shadowing within the gray. And then we'll also add some shading to where there's shadows within the white fur. And then we will charge forth into the butterfly. The butterfly will be next. The blue butterfly. Which I might draw that out, or I might just freehand it with the markers with stippling and hope for the best. Chirp. Oh, now she's found her. Katie had found one of her babies, her crinkle toys. She's probably going to start singing to it. I got good news today. So a few weeks ago, quick question, do you think I should go to sleep? Yeah. I mean, I don't keep my live videos private. Once they're uploaded, I make them public. So, I mean, it's probably going to be another 12 hours before it's finally fully uploaded. But you can always circle back and rewatch. Here, let me finish the head real quick, and then I'll do the butterfly before you go to sleep, because you do need to go to sleep. Let me finish this patch on his head real quick. That way I at least get the base layer of the gray. Then we'll do the butterfly, and then we'll circle back and add shadowing and shading to Theodore. But no, a few weeks ago, there was a huge storm that came into the farmer's market, destroyed a lot of things for people, flipped my canopy. My canopy was already kind of bent and janky from me trying to get it open and closed by myself because I don't have anybody helping me at the market. But then when the canopy flipped, it broke in some places. That's dark. That would be more of a... I gotta find a nice base color that I want. Oh, that's nice. So I use this for the body here. And then, oh, I guess I could do the head and the antennas with this one. Some legs there. I know they have more legs than that, but... Hello, Maddie. And then we're going to... All right. Then I'll go back and add with that other blue some details. And I might even use a little bit of this kind of greenish here. And then oh, I like that. Oh, but yeah, I didn't finish telling the story. Sorry. So yeah, my canopy flipped and part of it was broken. Then it was really janky and all that. But I was still like, you know, I'm not going to buy a new one. I'll put a new one on my birthday list. Maybe my parents will get me one as a birthday, Christmas combo gift, you know. And we'll ride out the season, the summer with the janky guy. Well, the other day my parents were at the market and they saw how very janky he is. And my mom's like, you need, I'm like, I know. It's on a birthday list, a nice one. Now they have nice ones where a thing in the middle, you just push it up and the whole thing opens. Mine was the old school style where you had to fight it open, which was no fun. And so, but then when I was over at my parents' place during the 4th of July, they're like, let me see the one you added to your list. And so I showed my dad, and he pulled up one that apparently was on sale at Sam's Club. Their members, and it was like $150 cheaper than the one I had on my list, and it had the nice upper system, and they're like, we're just going to get you an early birthday gift because my birthday is not till November. So, and then my dad texted me today that the canopy was arriving today to his place, so I will need to probably tomorrow go and get it from their house. And that old one I have in my car, I can just toss that janky guy. So now I'll have a nice one that with an easy open and oh, Echo's back. He's eating the cookie bits. Echo, you told me you don't like cookie. He's hungry. So, yeah, I'm excited to have... Because then last week during the storm when I packed up early and I was looking at my tent versus all the other tents, everybody was more, you know, able to huddle down in that storm that we had this last weekend. And mine looked really... like it was just about to fall apart in on itself. It was kind of a disgrace. My canopy was. So. All right. I like that. Slide this back. Now we decide where the ground line is going to be. Let me get my pen back out. I might actually get my ruler out too, because I don't want to cut through Theodore with my pen. My ruler is really long though. I think we're going to put it right here. Or is where we're going to put the floor line. Do I want that? Is that far enough behind his rump? Maybe here. You just cleaning the floor for me, Echo? I appreciate it. Then I won't step on crunchy bits all the time. Put my ruler back. Alrighty. So, I was going to do this for the wall, but I'm worried that the butterfly might disappear. So we might actually do the dark one for the floor and the green for the wall. Which will be the opposite then of this one where we have green on the floor here. So now, ooh, that's really dark. Ooh, this one has a really fine tip on it. It hasn't been flattened by my dotting. I must not have used this color yet in the set, at least not very often. Because as I tap, it tends to flatten. Some of these dots, they're whiter around than this guy's dots. Because this one's newer. So yeah, I'm excited this weekend to set up my new tent. Hopefully it'll be easy to lift it up and it'll pop open and I won't have any broken bits to Velcro back together. And with my old one, it didn't come with walls. So I just had these like old janky gray tarps that I would take my yarn, whatever yarn I had crocheting with while I was at the market that weekend, and tie it onto the walls, and it didn't fully cover. There were gaps. I used Tombow, the water-based dual brush. So one side is a paintbrush, and then one side is the fine tip. And I have managed to collect all of their colors, as far as I know, unless they've released any new ones. They sell them in big packs. I think the biggest pack you can get is 108. And then you can buy smaller packs of like 8 or 16, which are like flesh tones or retro 70s or pastel flowers. And those are colors that fit that theme. So I've collected a couple of those sets as well. But I'm pretty sure from the sets I've looked at, there aren't many left that have a color. A lot of times I'll buy a new set and it only have 1 or 2 colors I don't have yet. The rest are extras that I already have. That's why this other box is just duplicates that when one of these dies, I'll have an extra. And then I have a travel case. Oh, Echo and Katie are playing Chase. I kind of regret doing this dark purple because it kind of... It looks a lot like his gray. I'll problem solve. I might do it a bit looser so there's more gaps. And then go in with another purple like this. And have it be... Oh yeah, that's making it a bit more purpley. Yeah. Oh, my stomach made another gurgle. Okay, so now I know what we're gonna do. Hi, Echo. You're back again. No, that's Kated. Brother ate all the rest of your cookie bits you were saving. They're hungry. Got 20 minutes, little lady. And then I'll feed you. So I'm going to do a section here with this dark purple. 679 is the color. They don't really have names. They have numbers. Though if you slide them in and out of the travel case too much, the numbers will wear off. So some of them that I use quite often, I'm not sure what number it is. So if I have to replace it and I don't already have a spare, that can be a challenge. Hello, the Schletch Lover Girl. Interesting name. But tomorrow I'm going to actually have to sit down or take this back to my recliner and get both Zelda and Theodore done. Especially if I'm going to do, it's either Maggie or Madeline tomorrow. So I'm going to do like to here. And then I'll go back with the other color. I'm surprised Echo is out and about it so much because I know he's tired. He spent a lot of time outside today in his catio. There's a squirrel that once again tried to invade the apartment, and Echo was napping in his cat tree, and I kept chasing the squirrel off, but it didn't really give two figs about what I thought about life. And it kept like immediately coming back to try and get in. It's gotten in before. So finally I picked up Echo and I said, I'm so sorry, you're going to have to nap out in your catio. We can't have that squirrel coming inside again. And yeah, Echo ran out, told that squirrel what's what, gave it some few choice cuss words, settled down, and he napped out in his catio. So, I mean, yeah, he spent a lot of time outside, but he was napping during most of it. But still, fresh air and sunshine. And then the squirrel took off and never came back. That squirrel don't mess with Echo. He's determined to eat it one day. Though the time it did get in the apartment, he never took the opportunity. He could have cornered it and killed it, and he didn't. He just herded it back outside. And he doesn't jump the catio fence to get to it, even though I know he could. And he could very easily climb that tree, but he doesn't, so he's a good boy. I just tell him, keep the squirrel out of our home, and he's like, mission accepted. He's a good man. Whereas Kay she was never even aware that the squirrel came in. I'm not sure she's ever been aware of that squirrel, to be honest. She hears them when they're in the tree cussing her out for coming outside when they don't want a cat outside. But I don't think she really is aware of what a squirrel is since she can't see them. We're going to get to that line there, and then we're going to go back with the other violet. Because, yeah, that looks, well, I'm going to pick it up. That looks almost black to my eyes. Much darker than the lid. That's where these lids are. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to add a layer of this. What should you draw? A cat. Or you could draw a lizard. I like drawing lizards too. Not as good at drawing lizards. Their limbs are difficult for me. Their bodies, their tails, their head, that's fine. It's their limbs. Yes, draw your cat. It's always good to draw from real life. That's something when no, I'm not letting you back out. Echo's complaining at the catio. He had so many hours outside, he doesn't need to go back out. Because once that we're done with our time together, I'm going to log into that Zoom PD and go settle into bed while I listen to it. Go cry. Yeah. But yeah, whenever I'm working on the book for Katydid, I only ever color in her character, when I'm at home. That way I can directly see her patterning. Because like I'm pretty familiar with her calico patches, but better to be accurate with her, I think, in my opinion. So I'm going to end up having to do this for the whole floor. Layer the colors to get the one I want. And then the wall will do just straight this light green, which should bring out his eyes and not interfere with the butterfly. Okay. Okay, I just heard a crunch. She's got one of her crinkle babies in her mouth. I wonder if she's going to start singing. So a lot of times she'll trill and chirp as she carries a crinkle toy around the apartment. Usually she circles about the kitchen. She doesn't tend to do it when I'm in the same room as her, though, so maybe she'll do it in the living room. She likes to sing the best in the kitchen. Maybe there's the best acoustics in here for her voice, she thinks. But she doesn't tend to sing and pace with the crinkle baby if I'm in the kitchen. I tend to be in the living room or the bedroom and I can hear her. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Because remember the first few times I heard her singing and chirping, I thought she was like in distress and something was wrong. So a couple times like I was in the shower and I'm stumbling out, trying not to like slip and fall everywhere, or racing out of the bedroom. And she just looks at me like, go away. This is private business between me and my baby. And I'm like, oh, you're singing. So now I don't disturb her. Echo doesn't disturb her anymore either. He used to go kind of trotting off to see what was wrong with her, but we both figured out she just likes to sing to her children. Okay. All right. Will he pose for you? Sometimes I'll draw a cat pose that I want and then just color it in with my cat's patterns, just kind of like looking around their bodies to make sure it fits. I don't always draw, because like with Katie's book, a lot of times I need to draw her in a specific pose for what's happening on the page in the story. And then I just kind of have to, like, when she's in a pliable mood, look at whatever part of her is showing in the book and color it accurately. Echo's not so pliable, though, so I might just end up at one point when he's in a good mood taking pictures of all his angles and just having a lot of reference pictures. There we go. All right. I'll do another section here. Whew. I found a good TV series though today. It was on my parents' account of Peacock, I think it was. They logged in at one point while they were over so we could watch Traders, and they didn't log out. And so sometimes I sneak on. But it's about different TV shows and like the history behind them and how they got made and any scandals. So I watched the Gilligan's Island, I Love Lucy, and Three's Company episode. The Star Trek one is next. I'll watch that tomorrow. Ooh, that's a lot lighter than that one. I'll need to put a few more dots of this guy on him. I went a little too loose with the dark dots. I want it to match. All right, now let's go. But I'll need to call my dad and be like, so, I mean, in theory, though maybe if we do go for our bike ride on Friday, I'm trying to convince him to go on a bike ride with me on Friday. We'll both pack a picnic in our bike saddlebags. Then go for a bike ride. Because there's a chunk of the path I haven't explored yet. So I offered up to let him come with me for us to bike together. And he's like, I don't know, sissy. He's really good at biking. He's a really good and fast, powerful biker. And he always looks like he's not even trying. And he's always, when we biked the other day, when I fell, he showed up in jeans and a tucked in button-up shirt. And it's like, what are you wearing? That's not athletic gear. He's like, this is me. I'm like, okay. I had to crack my knuckles, sorry. All right, we'll go to this. Might be able to get this section done next. And then our time might be getting close to being done. Does anybody else have any fun plans for the week? Or the upcoming weekend? How accommodating is your cat being, Maddie? Okay, there's that. I'll switch again. Yep. Alrighty. I think I know it's a few minutes early, but I do have that PD I need to join. So I think I might call it a night for us. I will finish. I might actually work on them during my PD. See if I can get them done tonight. So it'll be these three for this one for Zelda. But wherever you are at in the world, have a fabulous day or night. Make sure to get some sleep and to hydrate. Have a fabulous time, and I will see you another day. Bye.